new goods today. Please look, you won't be disappointed.
Amy, is that you? What happened? They're in the rocks.
Do you want more? You won't survive that! Want more?
Do you remember anything about Alcanus?
It was not built in my age. I have seen it in my recent travels, though I wish I had not.
These abominations must die!
You won't survive that!
This is no illusion. The cultists blocked the road. I'll have to go through the Kasim outpost to the west.
Do you want more?
Wonder what happened to my son. The demons came disguised as members of the Imperial Guard. They control our minds, train them to create their illusions.
The Imperial Guard was infiltrated by demons? Or are they all demons?
Kane's death will soon be avenged.
Your fear betrays you!
Corpses rot here forever.
Darkness awaits you!
Auriel is the twin of Andariel. I believe that they conspired together to assist Diablo in releasing Mephisto and Baal, though they had both supported the lesser evils in the past. The Lord of Pain was found guarding Baal's prison, the tomb of Tal Rasha, when he was slain by heroes.
Is Chaldeum still the city you remembered?
Last time I passed through here was soon after meeting Mira. She wanted to stop and see the city, but I convinced her to travel on. My good memories of Chaldeum feel like I'm watching someone else's life. I'll be glad for us to be gone.
Why did you become a thief if your brother was a guard?
We're not much alike, really. He was always dependable and practical. A complete bore, I'd say.
And you were always in trouble.
Hardly. I was just amusing myself with the Thieves' Guild. It was nothing serious.
Until you became a criminal.
That may have been serious.
I cannot thank you enough.
It is over now. Rest easy.
Vile forces are closing in! Raise your weapon!
Would not be wise. Your fate is sealed, Magda. The chase ends here.
It matters not. While you hunted me, Belial's Imperial Guard captured your little witch Leah. Soon, her power shall be his.
No one else will die at Magda's hands.
She was consumed by shadow. It pains me to see it.
I need to go back. As her life was slipping away, Magda claimed that the demon lord Belial would reign over our world. I will die before I let such a dark fate come to pass. Did you meet your wife in Chaldeum by chance?
It's actually quite a tale. We met in a town not far from here on the outskirts of Curast. She was... well, you're not going to believe it. She was locked in a cage.
Why? Had she committed a crime?
No. They were going to burn her as a witch.
You fell in love with a witch?
Let's talk about this another time.
I must say, I'm very fond of this new family I find myself in. But you could be a bit more open about your love for us, you know.
My family is dead.
Oh, don't try to hide it. You act like you just need us for our skills. But we know the real reason you've brought us along with you. Have I ever told you that I knew Shen before he became part of our family here? Oh, he is such a sweet old fool. What a wild love we had for each other. He used to do the most surprising things, if you know what I mean. I could tell you stories that would curl your hair.
Please don't. Before I killed her, Magda told me that the Imperial Guard had captured Leah. I saw these guards at the Kasim outpost. They are the serpent demons of Belial, disguised as men.
Then they must be holding the Emperor against his will. I tremble to think what Belial might do with Leah and her growing power. The only chance we have to rescue Leah is to wrest the Emperor from the grasp of the Imperial Guard.
Ashira, the Iron Wolves captain, may be willing to help us. I will speak with her. It is strange that your fall raised the dead in Tristram. You were an angel of the high heavens.
Not just any angel. I was the Archangel of Justice. My fall awoke the vengeful dead who were slain unjustly during Diablo's reign of terror. Caldeum is the greatest city in the world, the seat of the Empire of Kyrgyzstan.
I have heard it called the Jewel of the East.
Its libraries overflow with undeciphered tomes of arcane knowledge. Its streets cover labyrinthine tunnels. It is a city of wonder and mystery. I do not know how these refugees persevere. Their situation is dire, and it seems there is little hope for them. Where do they find the strength to carry on?
Humans have been made to suffer much more than this. You must be unaware.
The human spirit never ceases to amaze me. I feel Belial in the very air. I see his shadow behind haunted eyes. Hear his voice whispering lies on the wind. He need not bring an army to this city. It is his already.
Attention, subjects of Emperor Hakan II. A trespasser has been sighted in the city sewers. Witnesses describe the suspect as a young woman in a crimson tunic. Reports indicate that she arrived in Caldeum recently, along with a party of suspicious travelers. Any information leading to her immediate capture will be handsomely rewarded by His Eminence.
The prices may be high, but the quality...
Captain Ravan, the condition...
Ashira, the Emperor and my friend are in grave danger. I must gain entry into the palace.
I heard what you did at Kasim Outpost in Alcanis. You have my thanks, and you shall have my help. Captain Ravan, this woman has vital information regarding the massacre in the Borderlands. We must see the Emperor at once.
Very well, but I don't think you'll find him receptive. Let them pass!
I will feel better if I stand.
Let's go. I'll lead you to the palace.
You are bold to have sought this audience with me. My guards tell me you were responsible for the massacre of innocent villagers in Arcanus.
Those are lies. Magda and her coven destroyed Arcanus in the name of Belial.
If you are innocent, then why do you have spies skulking through my sewers? Bring her in!
Let me go!
I detest violence. Guards, I'll leave this matter in your hands.
For me. We need to leave before more guards arrive.
Get out of here. I will cover your escape.
Thank you. Now we need to get to the sewers. I'll explain why when we get there. These demons are blocking our way. We must destroy their summoning construct. There has to be a way into the sewers from here. This leads to the sewers. I found my mother, Adria. She's alive. But the Imperial Guard is holding her somewhere down here. We will find her.
Show them what you're capable of!
We finished them off. So Magda was telling the truth. Somehow I knew my mother was alive. I always knew it.
But you never knew her. Be wary, Via. Things are not as they seem sometimes.
Should be up here.
Tell us about the Black Soul Stone! We know of the three that the Horadrim used to trap the Primevals. What is the purpose of this one?
Your master Belial has good reason to fear it.
Leave her alone!
Seize them!
Leah, my daughter.
You know who I am?
My darling, I've watched over you all your life. But I never dared get close because of the danger that always shadows me.
We can't talk here. Let's get to safety first.
My people are shunned many places, but we were always welcomed in Caldeum. Something must be very wrong, that they won't even let their own people into the city now.
Something? Can you see into the future, or can't you?
Is that any way to speak to me? And you don't need visions to see that Belial is in control of the city. The question is how? Those you've chosen to fight alongside you are an interesting bunch. Children after my own heart, flawed in such interesting ways. Irena, you are quite vivacious for one with such a burden. Cormac has certainly noticed. Oh, don't pretend you haven't seen him looking at you. He'd best keep his vows in mind. Or maybe he shouldn't. And that Lyndon, he makes me laugh. He can warm my bed any night. Reminds me of my second husband, he does.
What happened to your brother precisely?
Nothing you'd want to hear.
I asked.
And then what? I suppose you'll make it all right. You'll fix it up just like another one of your little errands. Some things aren't that easy.
Well, I can't do anything if I don't know the situation.
God, and you're so noble about it too. Spare me.
I have translated a strange passage from John Dar's journal. Long before he began serving Magda, he found a set of what he called key words hidden in a dusty librum. He writes that when he read these words, memories from his past returned to torment him. It was at that point that he began to mistrust the Order, though he did not say why. I am prepared to look upon these words and risk my soul. But I want you to understand something. I know I may die at any time. When I do, it must be without a single doubt that I am serving the light.
There is no sin in confronting your fears.
Thank you, my friend. But please, remember your promise. May the battles never end!
Is everything as the Prophet told you? Or have there been surprises?
Well, I did not expect you to keep company with a seraph.
You must mean the angel Tyrael.
I knew what he was the instant I beheld him, but being in his presence makes me quite nervous.
It was hard for me to believe at first, but he is here to aid us. You need not fear him.
We do not deserve it. Tyrael sacrificed all he knew to aid us. I hope it is worthwhile.
You are quite unusual, you know.
It is merely the consequence of seeing that which is not readily visible. I have accepted it.
I think it's a fine trait. Sometimes people don't know what to make of me either.
Then you have my thanks. Although, perhaps you are right. I feel as though part of me still sleeps in a faraway realm.
You slept for a long time. It will pass.
That would be nice. But the feeling I have indicates that it is more unpleasant and complicated than that. I welcome the chance to travel with you.
I'm surprised Cain never told you why I left. He knew I was called to fight the Lords of Hell. And I knew he would keep you safe.
He's gone now.
Then it's fate that we have been reunited. Cain's work, your work, is my war.
According to the Herodric texts, only two evils remain. Belial is here in Chaldeum, and Azmodan has yet to reveal himself.
I heard that you were there 20 years ago when Mount Arreat was destroyed.
Baal, the Lord of Destruction, sought to enslave mankind to the power of hell by corrupting the sacred World Stone. Unthinkable though it was, I was forced to destroy it.
And half the countryside with it.
Understand, friend, that entire worlds burned as heaven and hell fought over the World Stone. Arreat's destruction was regrettable. And, believe me, I paid a high cost as well.
What happened to you after you destroyed the World Stone?
The resultant explosion dispersed the light and harmony of my angelic being. Without form or shape, I restored myself within the realm of pandemonium. It took me 20 of your years, but finally, I returned home to the high heavens.
The other angels must have been grateful.
Hardly. Believing my actions had endangered creation, the Angiras Council put me, the Archangel of Justice, on trial. I knew then that heaven was doomed, unless I could enlist the aid of mankind against the coming onslaught of hell.
Do you regret leaving Leah behind?
What? No, I never saw it that way. She grew up in safety, while I risked my life to find the key to our salvation. It was the sacrifice that I had to make. In any case, Leah will meet her full potential under my guidance. Do you not have things to do?
How well did you know Cain?
For a time, during the darkening of Tristram, we spent many nights in the Tavern of the Rising Sun, discussing his heraldric texts and the varied arcana I'd collected during my travels.
Did you ever meet him again?
Only from afar. From time to time, our paths would cross, and I would catch glimpses of Leah as she grew. It broke my heart that I could not reveal myself and raise her as my own.
How did the Imperial Guard find you?
I was trying to steal out of the city. I'd returned to gather some things before setting out to recover Zoltan Kuhl's head, and the guards found me.
The guards were asking you about this Black Soul Stone. I remember reading about it in Uncle's journal, but it didn't seem important.
No, but it is. It is the key to defeating evil forever. It was created by the mage Zoltan Kuhl to trap demonic souls.
Yes, he was a renegade Haradrim, dismembered by his brethren before he could activate the Soul Stone. His head was sealed away in the Dulgar Oasis.
We must retrieve it, because if we're to use the Soul Stone to defeat Belial and Azmodan, Zoltan Kuhl must live again.
I have reunited Leah with her mother, the witch Adria. She spoke to us about the Black Soul Stone, an artifact that could permanently destroy the Lords of Hell. I must find it at any cost.
"300 years ago, I selected Kuhl and 6 others to form the Haradrim. He was a great man who was driven mad by his long quest to hunt evil.
Why did the Haradrim kill Zoltan Kuhl?
He delved into powers not meant for man, trying to fashion an artifact that could fill his empty heart with the souls of angels and demons. The Haradrim had no choice but to slay him. The Order never recovered.
I don't like dealing with Kuhl any better than you do, but I see no other way. If Adria says we must, then we must. Uncle Deckard trusted her, and so will I.
Zoltan Kuhl, a legend. There is no doubt in my mind he is as powerful as the stories say. But for every bit of his genius, he was surely mad. He was obsessed with immortality and power.
A madman. We would do better to leave him asleep in the desert than to call on him for aid.
You have a better idea.
I do not. It is merely a warning.
Hey lady, I got some new things. You should take a look.
This Adria, I sense dark things about her. She is not averse to using whatever means necessary to destroy Azmodan and Belial. She will use the Black Soul Stone, no matter what the cost.
As would I.
Some costs may prove too high, even for you. I worry about Leah. How is she?
Why do you ask?
Oh, no reason. She just needs someone looking out for her. This Zoltan Kuhl sounds like an untrustworthy fellow. You don't have your head separated from your body for no good reason.
We need him to get the Soul Stone.
Well, if you must, But I don't trust any of those ancient sorcerer types. Always up to no good.
Tyrael seems to think that Zoltan Kulle cannot be trusted. Shouldn't we listen to him?
It will be dangerous, but you have faced great peril before. If Belial and Azmodan invade, you will have much more to worry about than a dismembered wizard.
Tell me more about that your wife.
I broke her out in the middle of the night and we escaped. They didn't chase us far. I guess they were glad to see her go.
A real boy meets witch story, hmm?
She wasn't a witch. She was a mystic. Though we didn't find that out for a time. Not until we started traveling with a veteran wagon train. But that's a story for another time.
I've seen that woman going in and out of the sewers.
You never can tell with those types. I think we may have a visitor up ahead.
Listen to me. I cannot talk for long. Belial's guards are constantly watching me.
Emperor Hakam?
Forgive me for my behavior at court. The gods would have killed me had I sided with you. But I will help you now as I can. You must be headed to the oasis. I can open this gate for you.
How did this all happen?
There's little I can do. Between my advisors and the Imperial Guard, my every move and action are controlled. I've tried to fight back, but Belial's influence is strong. But now you've given me a chance. Perhaps my only chance.
You wish to aid me, Your Majesty?
You're here to kill Belial, aren't you? I can help.
But you are watched day and night.
I can still fight in my own way. I want my empire back. I will find where Belial is hiding and deliver him to you.
Why should I trust you? You tried to kill us.
I told you it was not my choice. My every move is controlled, and I am surrounded by enemies. But I swear to you, I will help you. I will prove it to you.
Your fear betrays you!
No, I will not do that.
The world looks so... It is so beautiful.
Feel my wrath. Revenge. Do you want more?
Save us! Someone help us! I must flee! Thank you for saving me. Save us! Don't let us die! Flee! To get out of here!
Vengeance!
I can't do that.
You will not enter the aqueducts! Lord Belial demands you!
This cannot be opened yet.
Away with you!
Want more?
I could get accustomed to that. I need more discipline.
Please help as many of the villagers here as you can. There are no others who will aid them.
Not enough discipline.
You won't survive that!
Perhaps Zoltan Pool's head lies through this portal.
Magic fills this place like a foul mist.
We are in agreement. Kul, the renegade, must be stopped. He seeks to duplicate the power of the stones and wield it for his own ends. He is obsessed with the powers of heaven and hell. Drawing their attention will only bring doom to us all.
Bleed, you filth! Feel my wrath!
That was inspiring.
I need to go back.
Hey, lady, I got some new things. You should...
Murderer, torturer, monster. These were the titles bestowed upon Zoltan Kul by the Horadrim, though it cost them dearly. They killed the wizard for his crimes against nature and sealed his broken corpse within a shadow realm. It seems they were afraid he might return.
Your fear betrays you!
set out in 1 week's time, into the desolate sands, to search for Kul's hidden archives. None of us have any idea what to expect. How far has Kul's madness driven him? How much power has he accumulated in his mad quest? I can only hope we are not too late.
I need to go back.
If you keep holding back, then you'll never improve.
It is time. Leah, cast the spell as I taught you.
I live again.
Zoltan Kul. We need you to activate the Black Soul Stone. We would use it to trap the last 2 Lords of Hell.
I know your voice, stranger. It has haunted me in death, just as it commanded me in life. Tyrael.
I am, but now mortal.
Ah, fate is whimsical.